The next gentleman we're going to hear from is a true friend of Albania and of Albanian Americans everywhere, but especially in New York City. The new ranking member of the House International Relations Committee, Mr. Eliot Engel.
Well, thank you very much, David, and thank you for the wonderful work you do as the chief honcho for Voice of America. We all appreciate it. I personally appreciate it very, very much. And good afternoon, everybody. I want to congratulate VOA for 70 years of wonderful service in the Albanian language. I want to congratulate my good friend Elez Beberai, who is the Eurasia Chief. I have been in this building many times and have been interviewed by Albanian section of VOA. They've been to my office many, many times. And when I walk the streets of Pristina or Tirana, I'm recognized too. So I think it's certainly thanks to VOA. You know, it's very interesting. I have been a supporter. I've been in the Congress now for 25 years. I have been a supporter of VOA. I think that we in the United States need VOA to show to the peoples of different oppressed countries what America is all about. Yesterday we had the Helsinki hearings, which talked about Albania and what's going on there. And one of the things I said, and I say it everywhere I go, you can travel the globe, you can go to the four corners of the earth, and the country that is most friendly to Americans are Albanian nations, whether it's Kosovo or Albania or Albanians in Montenegro and Macedonia. Americans are loved and appreciated, and it's through no small part to Voice of America. I remember, as our laureate said, my first trip to Albania came back in 1993. I think I was one of the first American Congress members to visit. And I also stayed in Enver Hoxha's guest house. And I remember when I came out, and there was no water or whatever, I remember all of that. I came out, and someone said to me, there are people here that would like you to speak with them. And I went outside, and there was this crowd that had gathered of thousands of people. And I walked out, and they saw me. And they started to chant, USA, USA, USA. That was my first introduction to Albania. I've been back many, many times. And since 1989, my first year in Congress, when my good friend Harry Barakhtari came into my office to talk to me about Kosovo and Albania and what was going on, it's been a real treasure for me of the work I've done. And now as ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee, we established the Albanian Issues Caucus with me as chairman. I'm still the chairman, back in 1989, co-chairman. And it's been really, really successful. And this partnership between Albanians and Americans thrives and survives. And the Albanian American community is a pillar of that in letting people understand what is going on in the Balkans. And VOA continues to broadcast to the people there so they understand the true meaning of America and what it is to be American. And I think the good work that VOA does in so many other places around the world, Iran, for instance, wherever there's an oppressive regime that keeps the people down, it can't exist. That's why the Soviet Union collapsed. That's why Enver Hoxha's regime ultimately collapsed after 49 or 50 years. But when people know what the United States is all about, they respond to us. And VOA through the years has been our main tool in letting people know what America is all about. So I have a constituent here, we call him Uncle Musli. He tells me that he has been listening to this service since 1953. And that's quite a great thing. My constituent from Yonkers, New York. So I want to congratulate David, you, and Elez, and everyone else involved with VOA. You'll always have a friend in me, and I thank you for the great work that you do. And I will, as we discussed before, this is a time in Washington of budget cutting and, cutting back on everything. And, we used to have an expression saying, you don't want to cut off your nose to spite your face. I think every dollar that we give to VOA comes back to us with hundreds of dollars of goodwill for America, hundreds of dollars of good faith in what America is and what it stands for. And I can think of nothing more that's as important as the work that VOA does. And I'm proud to be your partner and proud to be a part of this wonderful 70th celebration. Thank you so much.